Hi ladies, I'm back and now I'm going to show you briefly how to put your jams on. I do have my heater on here getting warm, and then what I've done is I've taken my one jam and actually cut it, so I actually have it ready for my to use. This one will go on my thumbnail. I basically have my nails ready, but I'm going to go ahead and prep it anyway. This is our Santa wrap that we have, and again, this is going to last for actually 2 different manicures, so it will be cut in half, but I'm going to put that aside for 1 minute first while I go ahead and I get out my alcohol wipe. Like I've told you, prepping your nail is the most important thing because you want to make sure that it's actually going to stay on there. So you're going to go ahead and get out your alcohol wipe. I get these again from Rite Aid, or you get them from anywhere. You're basically going to dry off your nail and clean it off there. I've already applied my base coat, a clear base coat. That way it protects your nails and actually allows it to get on there and stay on there well. So I went ahead and cleaned my nail off. I have my orange stick that I'm going to go ahead and just push back my cuticles. Now some people, it's fairly easy to do with your other hand, because you can even go like this. I've done that before too. But this is your orange stick, and you're just going to go ahead and push back the cuticles because you want the wrap to stay on your nail and not actually on your skin. So what you're going to go ahead and do here is, I already got this measured out. Basically, this is the one I use for my thumb. And what you're going to do is cut it. I always just generally cut in half. And then it comes off, it just peels off. And I'm going to grab my cuticle stick, again, my orange stick, and I put it on, and I tell people like a flag. So I put it on this way, where it's actually being held like a flag, and then you want to warm it. You're just going to warm it until it gets pliable like that. If you could see, I'm trying to show it here, how it basically is rounded now. And that means it's softened and it's ready to be put on. So I take it off. You can leave it on the cuticle stick if you want. And then you're going to put it on, starting at the base of your finger. Again, not touching your skin. And you're going to start from the base, and you're going to go up to the top. And then you're going to do the sides. And again, this is a metallic one, so it's a little bit more challenging. Now you're going to bond it a little bit more to your nail in a second, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but it'll look like that. Then what you're going to do is, either with scissors, or you can use the cuticle clippers or nail files. I'm just going to use my scissors since I have them. You're going to trim the excess off now. I generally put my hand towards me so I can actually see what I'm doing, and I'm not going to cut my fingernail or cut my nail, and I can see where the base is going to be. So you're just going to cut that excess right off. And you can smooth out just a little bit while you're here. At this point, if you do have any extra, like I said, a cuticle clipper works really well. So if you do have any extra along the base here, you're going to go ahead and you can use the cuticle clipper to actually get rid of that. Any part that's going to be along your skin. And it's okay if it does come up a little bit, because you're going to still bond it again with the heat. You can use scissors for this, you can use the cuticle clippers, you can even use the nail file. Whatever works best for you is fine. And as you can see, the cuticle clippers get it all off the skin. Now, what you're going to do, and this is the trick that I have been talking about. At this point, the plastic bag, you would put the plastic bag on your finger at this point, like this, okay? So it's kind of going, almost going all the way through, but not all the way. And then you're going to heat this part. You can use your other hand to hold the heat on there just until it starts to bond and you feel the heat melting the plastic bag just a little bit. And then you're going to rub it. Go back and forth, up and down, and if you feel like you need a little bit more heat, go ahead and put it on there. Again, you can use the hairdryer for this. That would be perfectly fine. And then as you can see, it's actually on there. Let me show you a little bit here. Okay, and if you have any excess at this point, you can go ahead and trim with the nail file. But you always go downward. You don't want to go side to side. You go downward, and this will get the excess wrap. Now, some people complain of snagging. To prevent snagging, if you go at a 45-degree angle and you just take off a tiny, tiny bit from the top that exposes your nail just a little bit, that will prevent it from snagging. And you may have to trim later on. You see where anything needs to be trimmed. And there you go. There is your nail on there, or your wrap, and it's nice and shiny and ready to go. And at the end, when you're done with all your nails, you can always put a rice sock. If you have a sock filled with rice, heat it up and just lay it on there, or do one more time with the bag method. I sometimes prefer that. Just one more time, make sure it's bonded on there really well. If you have any questions, post below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any other tricks, let me know. Otherwise, have a great night.